What is up, everybody? This is Alex from IGTV, and a little bit of a flash from the past to talk about today. This is quite strange. Some of you might remember this YouTuber Jinx. This dude who was known for making like lazy reaction content where he sat on the end of his bed, watched videos in full. There was an iDubbbz video on him. I included him on my video about reaction content. He was pretty much dogpiled, and I'm pretty sure YouTube even deleted his channel in the end. So I guess he's still active on TikTok or something. The only reason I bring this up is because I guess little old me got a mention of sorts. Now, I'm not going to be able to play the audio because, you know, TikTok uses already existing songs, but when people ask me how I feel about the people that dissed me for clout back in the days, let's have a little look. Right, so his listing is, the song is saying like, F this, F them, F that. Yeah. So let's start again. PewDiePie, iDubbbz, Grey Day, Leafy, IHG, Jax Films, Keemstar, JXE, Bills, YT, all of their supporters, the fans that switched up. YouTube for deleting the channel. If you don't like me, you too. So he's going after those haters. There's where do I even start with this? There's a lot going on. A lot to break down, I think. Or is there really? I love the angle he's chosen with this tiger with a Mickey Mouse hat on. The mise-en-scene is impeccable. I assume he's doing this hair for a gag, because his hair looks good in all these recommended videos to the side. What do the comments say, actually? It's a couple. Bro, he's too elite for a silly platform. It's 2025. Bro is a legend. And H@. Okay. So I guess he's still thinking about me. And a lot of other people from back in the day. And I kind of wanted to use this as a jumping off point to kind of talk about reaction content and how it's it definitely fills a different space. I kind of miss the days where the quote-unquote YouTube community had some sort of cohesion, or at least a feeling of it online, when people would join together for certain movements. And that happens sometimes in the gaming space, I guess. But I feel like these social media algorithms have been so fine-tuned and know exactly how to maximize engagement, that people banding together to make these movements against bad trends and stuff like that just don't really happen in the same way anymore. Because, like, look at Twitch, right? I don't watch Twitch. I don't care about Twitch. In fact, I hate Twitch. Twitch sucks. And if you think, like, people like Jinx were bad reactors back in the day, the state of things over there is awful. Your Hassans, XQCs, whatever, they just sit there watching videos that they didn't make, hardly ever making it transformative. Insanely lazy, but there was some turning point, I guess, where iPad kids and Zoomers just grew up on things like Gogglebox in the UK, which started in 2013, actually, which is when I made my channel, which the whole premise is a camera records the laugh, cry, and comments of the people sitting in front of a television set. So there was something kind of inevitable about this direction that it was going to go. Oh yeah, Blasphemous HD, I forgot about it. So cursed. But I do remember when I started noticing, you know, Sidemen, KSI, PewDiePie, doing more and more reaction type content, you know, your trying to laugh challenges. And at a certain point, it just took over and no one cares anymore. It's almost impossible to imagine the way YouTube felt compared to how it is now. So I don't really blame Jinx for feeling bitter about it, considering just how unshitified YouTube is at this point. But I still stand by like all the criticisms of that kind of reaction content. There is a way you can do it. It's not like I've never made a reaction video. There are reaction videos on this channel, but I mostly edit it down to my commentary. I almost never leave the full 100% footage of whatever I'm reacting to. I like to at least carve it down to usually about half at most of what the original content was, as to not replace it and make something new out of it. Whereas that is one of the bigger problems with these Twitch streamers, with this lazy stuff where it acts as a replacement. There was a bit of a conversation about this with the Lemino JFK video, where people like Asmongold can watch anything in full on their stream and oftentimes upload it onto YouTube and get more views than the original upload and cannibalize all the momentum it might have had in the algorithm. But I guess this is just okay now. It's the status quo, and it makes so much money no one cares. Everything's so splintered and segmented, and unlike back here where the outcry would change things sometimes, you know, I'm thinking about the Fine Bros trying to copyright the term react, you know, these stupid, I guess you could say anti-consumer type ideas, just anti-audience. anti-creator type stuff. As I say, that feels like ancient history at this point. Honestly, Jinx should come back and just do it all again, because it's kind of the status quo now. And some of it goes so far that there are, I'm not going to name any names, but there are big Patreon accounts linked to YouTube channels that just upload entire episodes of TV shows. In fact, that's happened on Twitch, like people watching entire Seinfeld episodes and just like watching it like they're watching TV, but funneling it through their audience. There is a way you could kind of make this work. I really feel like, and I'm on TikTok right now, so I'm kind of thinking about this, that model of being able to use existing music, but they have some kind of agreement, I guess, where I don't know in detail because I don't really use TikTok, but some kind of revenue share, or at least the baseline understanding that if your song goes viral on TikTok, then you're going to get streams on Spotify, you're going to sell concert tickets. I've had that happen with bands I like, where they were like established in the 2010s, but then a decade later get a viral TikTok song, and now their concerts are filled with Zoomers whose entire lives are dictated by what the algorithm delivers them on TikTok. It's quite surreal. I feel like movie studios and TV producers are kind of missing a beat by not mimicking the video game model. Video games are luckily kind of young enough, so they kind of came up at the same time as YouTube. So you can be way more lenient as far as making content about it. It was one of the things I did enjoy about like making Destiny videos, is that I never once have to think about, man, so what, do I have to keep like these clips down to 10 seconds or less so these copyright systems don't scan audio? You can play minutes and minutes of a video game cutscene, and as long as there's not some established copyrighted song in there, you're usually pretty good. And I don't know. Revenue sharing, or just the understanding that you are going to get way more eyes on it if you let certain clips out there. I understand not wanting to allow full uploads in totality. That's not really what I'm asking for. You do have to protect your intellectual property to a certain degree, but I just feel like there's such a big space or opportunity to kind of high tide raise all boats, the situation. So yeah, what do you think about the state of reaction content on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and all of it? This is quite a weird flash from the past. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid. See you next time. Bye.